Warning: the following content may contain spoilers for film and television programs. It is also intended for mature audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Have you been practicing your dick skills for the sound waves?
Clearly I have. I mean, you can see how much like a penis that looks like.
Are you trying to just do like maybe like an uncircumcised one? Who knows? An
uncircumcised one, like a cancerous growth in the middle, sure.
It's not a tumor.
No, it's the tumor. He's a tumor.
Ahoy, all of you flick freaks out there. What is going on? My name is Andrew, and this is the Flick Freak Podcast, your number one stop for all places film, facts, news, gaming, and opinions. This is episode 78. Joining me today, we have the wrong half of Hollywood, a.k.a. the perpetual wizard, Jareth Mooneyham.
Ahoy, I'm also the wrong half of the podcasters today.
It's just you and me today, just the dynamic duo, as it were. Before we begin, there's a big announcement coming up. June 4th.
Oh, God.
We accomplished our goal pretty much. We're like a couple of subscribers away. But Jareth, on June 4th, is going to go to a local burger bar here. We're going to record all this for you, and he's going to try and take down a 5-pound burger along with a pound of fries.
I'm going to die.
We're going to record the whole thing. It's actually going to be a podcast, because the rest of us are going to actually do the podcast while he's taking it down, because you have an hour to do it, and that's roughly how long our podcast takes. So
yeah, and my stomach is going to literally explode.
I can't wait. It's going to be great.
Oh, it's going to be delicious. If I die halfway through, I want you guys to put "it was worth it" on my tombstone.
I'm going to look up like what's all in. It's called the Mac Daddy Burger. So the Mac Daddy Burger, here is what it says. Going all the way to...
I don't even know what 5 pounds burger looks like.
This right here. Here's the photo of it.
Mother of God. It's not even... Are those tortillas?
No, it's flatbreads.
Okay.
It's denser than regular buns. So it's going to be just that much more entertaining and fun for you. So at just under 5 pounds...
Thing's as big as my head.
This big guy is loaded with 4 1-pound burger patties covered in 16 slices of bacon and 16 slices of American cheese on a custom flatbread bun, served with over a pound of fries. Man up to the Mac Daddy challenge.
If I don't die from this, I'm going to develop some sort of serious condition.
Yeah, your colon is going to ravage you later. That's what I expect. But this is going to be an interesting episode of the podcast for the simple fact that there's only going to be 2 segments to it. So
yeah, we don't really have a whole lot of news.
No news besides the fact that I guess I could go Lupita Nyong'o. Did you ever see 12 Years a Slave?
Negative.
Okay. Well, she was in that. She is going to be in the Black Panther movie. So is Michael B. Jordan, who was in Creed and Friday Night Lights and Fruitvale Station. Really good actor. Creed, one of my favorite movies of last year. That was the Rocky sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But let's start off with the first of 2 segments of the podcast, the Flick Freak Files, where I'm going to be doing a quick review of the new movie given to us by Key and Peele, Keanu.
I'm hopefully going and seeing that tonight.
Are you really?
Very excited.
You should be, because this movie is pretty great. Excellent. I loved it. So like I said, this is Key and Peele's newest movie, and it stars, of course, besides them, you get Method Man, which was great in itself. You also get Luis Guzman, Will Forte, Rob Hubel, and just this great cast. I think Will Forte is one of the funniest people alive right now. The movie is actually directed by Peter Atencio, and he's done like so much with Key and Peele. Like he helps write and direct the episodes of the actual show, and it's written by Jordan Peele. So you know it's going to be great. The basic premise of the movie is a guy down on his luck opens up the door to his house one day, and the most adorable kitten in the world is sitting on his doorstep, and it totally changes his life for the better. And then one day, him and his cousin go back to his to his house, and the house has been broken into, and the cat's been stolen. And in order to get the cat back, they have to join the gang, the 17th Street Blips, a gang of people who were not cool enough to be Bloods or Crips, so they created the Blips.
Okay.
Now you get it?
Okay, I see now why it's Blips.
Yep, they weren't good enough to be Bloods or Crips, so they're the Blips. And some pros of the movie, it feels like a really long skit of Key and Peele. And if you love Key and Peele like I do, it kind of works. The performances are all great. Everybody's on point. Even Method Man was hilarious in this. If I did have one complaint, though, they kept going back and forth on how crazy they were going to get. Like in one scene, like they were like, "Oh, I'm a white collar guy. I can't be doing this stuff." And then the next scene, they're going balls to the wall, crazy gangster. And then the next scene after that, they're going back to, "Oh no, I can't do that. I'm a white collar." There was no really consistent fall into madness to get the cat back. I did love how everybody in the movie was willing to murder somebody because the cat was so adorable. It wasn't just them. Everybody's like, "That's the cutest cat I've ever seen in my life. That's going to be mine."
That's me if I was a criminal.
Yeah.
I would only steal kittens.
But no, it is probably the most adorable cat I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I'll take it one as well. Do I have any left in the fridge?
I was actually storing this away.
Oh.
But I will grab you the one that's left.
Fantastic. Life is good, people. We have Intercontinental Ballistic Root Beers. Ah, my shoulder just popped. And I guess since that was a really quick review of Keanu, yay, open bottles. I guess since that was really quick, everybody go and see it. I thought it was hilarious. One of the funniest movies I've seen this year. And let's see real quick where I ranked it.
5,000.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eighth best movie of the year for me. So out of 20 so far.
That's not bad.
Top half. Not bad at all. So I guess since that was a really quick review, I guess I could talk about my progression through Uncharted 4: Thief's End.
Sure.
So right now, for the longest time, I thought The Order 1886, while being a terrible game, was the most realistic and beautiful game I'd ever seen. Until Uncharted 4. And then third would probably be Until Dawn. All those games look crazy realistic, but for me, Uncharted 4 takes the cake.
Well, Uncharted 4 is the newest.
Yeah. But still, like, whenever you play a game like Order 1886, you think to yourself, games will never look more realistic than this. And then a game like this comes along, and it just makes me wonder, if this is what I think the most realistic game of all time is, what's coming in 5 years, you know?
Direct plugins to your brain.
Yeah. So it stars Nolan North and Troy Baker, the two titans of video game voice acting.
Yeah. They're like in everything somewhere.
Yeah, really. Just imagine a game. They're in it as the voice actors, really. Especially Troy Baker. The guy has such a versatile voice. Like, if you listen to him in this, and then you realize he also did the Joker in Arkham Origins, his mimicry of Mark Hamill's Joker is, like, scary how close he got to making that seem like it was the thing. The game, I love it. I'm loving this game. I'm only to Madagascar right now, for those of you who are playing it. I did have one complaint that if this, what I've heard is true, the campaign is over 16 hours long. for me, that's way too long of a campaign for a game.
No.
You don't think so?
It's too short.
Because here's why. Because people are saying that, you know how in some games it's just like, oh, this door is locked, we got to find another way around. Apparently, a third of the game is that. And it could have been cut down if they weren't just... And people are saying it gets to the point where the character's like, man, it seems all these doors are locked and we got to keep finding another way around, or all these bridges are out. Why can't one bridge be open? And they're like, if the developers know that's a problem, why did they put it in the first place?
Okay, yeah, no, that does make it sound bad.
Yeah, but there's...
If it's 16 hours of meaningful progression,
yeah,
great. But if it's just, 8 of those hours are, well, we're going to backtrack for a minute.
Yeah. So I've been doing Let's Plays of it, and last night I recorded a few more episodes. I wanted to get a bunch done, but one episode I recorded was over an hour and a half long because I was stuck on one puzzle for over 20 minutes.
Jesus.
So whenever that episode comes out, I think it's episode 7 or part 7, I slimmed it down. I Benny Hilled it, where I just sped it up, me trying to do this puzzle. Yeah, that's exactly. And it was what pissed me off. It was an incredibly easy puzzle. That it was like, here's a Rubik's Cube with only 3 more turns and it's done. And I totally fucked it up to the point where I put that Rubik's Cube, which is a metaphor, like 100 parts behind where it should be.
Nice.
Yeah. But just the dynamic between Nolan North and Troy Baker, they're playing brothers in the game, and the way they talk to each other, it's some of the most believable acting, like, in video game history. It seems so real, like it would be...
even more believable than Peter Dinklage in Destiny?
Yeah. They came from the moon.
That wizard's from
the moon. I don't know, that was some pretty great voice acting.
Every now and then, the dramatic pauses made me feel like he was just like, what am I reading?
Yeah.
Not like I'm trying to add flavor to this. He's just like, what?
I like Peter Dinklage a lot. It's just that he was not given good direction for what that character was supposed to be. Not his fault, I don't think. So here's something interesting that you would like, or maybe dislike now. Alan Tudyk, you know him, of course. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to play the villain in this, and he recorded it, I think, 3/4 of the line, and then Naughty Dog said, we're going in a different direction, and they fired him. And then they hired somebody else to be the voice actor.
That's stupid.
It makes me curious as to how an Alan Tudyk villainous role would have been in the game. The guy who plays the villain in this game, Rafe, is really good. I like him as a villain. But it just makes me wonder, the what if sort of thing.
Yeah.
But right now, I am thoroughly enjoying it. I'm probably only 5 hours in, so I'm not even halfway done yet.
You're a third of the way.
Yeah. Yay! So, now that we've got the Flick Freak files out of the way of Keanu and Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, it is time now to move on to the only other... Well, I guess there's the Fairbairn Forecast. The only other section of this podcast, trailer talk.
100 trailers, yeah.
We're talking 10 trailers today, which is ridiculous. So, the first trailer we're going to be talking about is Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. Very interesting title.
It does not effectively set up my expectations for what the trailer was.
Yeah. So this movie is directed by Ang Lee, which, if you guys know him, he gave us Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. He also did Eric Bana's The Hulk, which was not all that great. But then he did, Life of Pi, Brokeback Mountain. Really good director. Really good films. And this is starring Kristen Stewart, Vin Diesel, Garrett Hedlund, Steve Martin, Chris Tucker, and introducing as Billy Lynn, we have Joe Alwyn. So, great cast. And this is going to sound ridiculous. Vin Diesel probably is going to have a role in this movie that's going to make me cry. Because he has the military mentor status. And then the military mentor dies in every single movie, and it's heartbreaking. And
yeah,
it's about a 19-year-old boy who is brought back after his tour in Iraq, and now he has to perform during the halftime show of a major football game. And it's to honor him, and he's wondering why he's being honored for the worst day of his life.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be kind of a bummer movie.
Yeah, it's going to be in a roller coaster ride of emotions. But it looks incredibly good. One line particularly in the trailer stuck out to me, and it was the line, "This story doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to America." Which is really weird if you think about it.
Yeah.
How your life story can be stolen now for entertainment purposes.
Well, I mean, really, that's kind of always how it's... Sorry. Always how it's been. I mean, think about all of the historical figures that we have, the stories of them, like Paul Revere.
Yeah.
Most all that shit's untrue. I mean, not patently untrue, but it's an exaggeration to tell a better story.
Yeah.
To inspire or indoctrinate. There's thousands of good reasons to take a life story and use it as something bigger than what it is.
I am thoroughly excited for this movie. I think it looks great. Next up, we have from Rooster Teeth, who gave us Red vs. Blue, Ruby, Achievement Hunter, and Let's Play, their newest series, Day 5. This is going to be a 6-part, 1-hour episodic miniseries.
And it does not look very funny.
No, this is a dramatic thriller. Something totally different from everything Rooster Teeth has ever done. This has been Rooster Teeth's last Guardian in the sense that they've been talking about this for years. Years, it seems. And it's finally here. We finally get a teaser. We know that it's not Smoke and Waters. There's actually a series here. And it's about this epidemic that sweeps across the entire world where if you fall asleep, you die. So it's people trying to stay awake for days on end while people try and find a cure. And the slow descent into mental breakdown as your mind begins to crumble from sleep deprivation. Really cool premise, I think.
I'm interested to see what they do with it.
Yeah. So
I'm assuming... It's a cool premise, but it sounds like it'd be hard to do.
Yeah, so I'm imagining, the first episode is introducing all these characters, and then at the very end of it, that's when everybody starts dying. And then every day after that is the slow diving into the mental destruction.
Yeah, just batshit crazy.
Yeah. I want to see how crazy and psychedelic it can get. I'm super excited. This comes out June 19th.
That's not very far away.
Nope, next month. The third trailer we're going to be discussing is Hell or High Water. This stars Chris Pine, Ben Foster. You also have Jeff Bridges in it. Of course, I'm totally on board for that. Then Katie Nixon, Kevin Rankin, who is in Lucifer, if you guys are watching Lucifer on Fox right now. Have you been watching that show?
No, it looks dumb.
I like it. It's not like, blow your mind. I just find it really entertaining. And then Dale Dickey is in this as well. I met her. Super nice. This
looks
movie
like a very intriguing film.
Yeah, it's about two brothers who, in order to save their mom who's like being fucked over by the local bank, they start robbing the bank in order to get the money back that they think she deserves to pay for her medical bills. And then it just dives deeper and deeper as they try to steal more and more money. So
it looks like it's going to be really good, though. I like Ben Foster and I like Chris Pine.
Yeah, and Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, but Jeff Bridges is like the lawman.
Yeah, he kind of has the Tommy Lee Jones vibe going. If Tommy Lee Jones had a mustache,
Tommy Lee Jones should never have a mustache. He would. It would not work.
You don't think so?
No, I know so.
You've seen it
No.
in your nightmares?
Yes.
All right.
It haunts my dreams.
No, Tommy, no. So, the fourth trailer we're going to be talking about is the extremely good-looking trailer, The Accountant. This movie stars Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, John Bernthal, Allison Wright, J.K. Simmons, John Lithgow, Jeffrey Tambor. This movie has everybody in it. So it's about this. How would you describe him? Is he autistic or?
I don't know.
Is he a savant, do you think?
I don't know enough about his condition to really judge, but he definitely has clear distinctions between him and
quote-unquote normal.
Normal processes.
So yeah, Ben Affleck plays this character who, as a kid, was heralded as being mentally closer to Einstein and Picasso than everybody else because of his mental prowess. He was really good at putting puzzles together. He's very eclectic and like everything he does is precise. The same thing every single day, same breakfast, everything. He only has one fork, one spoon, one knife because that's all he needs. He just washes it. He's I don't even know how you would describe it. Eccentric? Maybe that's not even right.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he looks like he's giving a very intriguing performance, and what his character does is he grows up to be an accountant for the cartel, where he cleans their books and makes all their earnings look legitimate.
And he has a room full of guns.
Yeah, that was really weird.
And apparently he beats ass.
Yeah, which they didn't show in the trailer at all. No ass kicking of any kind shown.
No, they showed him like punch the shit out of a dude in the hallway.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I must have missed that one then.
And they showed him what looked like he was sniping somebody.
Yeah, I thought that was just like target practice. But
so who the hell knows? This movie looks like it's got a lot of places it can go.
Yeah. Like Jason Bourne mixed with
Rain Man?
Yeah, perfect. That's perfect. Rain Man mixed with Jason Bourne. And then you get J.K. Simmons to hunt him down. And then Anna Kendrick's there. But this movie is directed by Gavin O'Connor. So if you've ever seen Pride and Glory, Miracle, or Warrior, that's what his film history is. Warrior is one of the best movies of 2011. The mixed martial arts brothers who have to fight each other. Did you ever see that one?
Nope.
Joel Edgerton and Tom Hardy?
Nope.
So yeah, like at birth, or whenever they were really young, the brothers got separated and one lived with their alcoholic father who beat him all the time and the other went with the mother. They grew up in totally different lifestyles, and then there was this huge or mixed martial arts tournament to find the greatest fighter in the world, and then they had to end up fighting each other. On IMDb right now, Warrior is the number 146 greatest movie of all time.
Jeez, so okay.
Yeah, it's no joke, super good movie. And now he's doing The Accountant. Next up, interesting, we have the Netflix original series, Voltron, the Legendary Defender. So, yeah, you're going to have some interesting... all I know is Tyler Labine, if you've ever seen Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Yeah, he's the bigger guy.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. And then you have Stephen Yeun from Walking Dead as well.
Okay, yeah.
So
pretty much, though, this is Voltron, so I'm in.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all I needed. It doesn't have an episodic list of how many episodes there's going to be. All I know is it comes out June 10th on Netflix.
All at once, because Netflix is awesome.
Netflix is pretty great like that. So I'm totally down to watch this. I grew up watching Voltron as a kid. Kitty Cat's turning into a bigger cat god robot monster thing.
Yeah. Awesome.
Whenever you grow up and you hear that, you're like, I'm game. Where do I sign up?
You want to turn 5 robot lions into a giant robot man made out of lions?
Yeah.
I'm down.
With lion claw, like lion hands and lion feet. Yeah. It's perfect. You don't need anything else. I forget what his sword... Didn't the sword have a name?
Probably.
Yeah. The Sword of Voltron. We'll just call it that.
It has been decades since I have watched Voltron.
Yeah. So the next trailer we're going to be talking about is Battlefield 1, the newest game from EA. If you're a fan of the Battlefield series, are you? You are? I've never played a Battlefield game.
It's very fun.
Are they?
Yes.
So-
I particularly like the multiplayer because it's a focus on large maps, mixed, combined front, combined arms, so like boats and tanks
you can
and
have.
shit.
It's not just FPS fighting.
So you're basically looking at at any given point on the battlefield, armor could be rolling over the hill, or a guy in a jet who is a player could shoot you. But it's still just like a matchmaking match. It's just bigger.
Oh, okay.
And with that, I think that this call, moving it back to what looks like World War I,
World War I
is an extremely good call, especially with Call of Duty moving forward into super future.
Yeah.
Also, with Battlefield 1's with Battlefield's combined arms like focus, moving it to World War I is going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Mustard gas, biplanes, trench warfare.
Actual cavalry.
Yeah, actual cavalry.
And a tank back then.
Yeah. Was just treads. That's all it was.
Yeah, but also you didn't have what you needed to deal with it, really.
No, I think they used elephant guns to pierce the armor of tanks.
That's pretty much what you got.
Yeah.
Now it's like, every good couple of soldiers, there's going to be at least one of them with an anti-tank weapon.
Yeah.
Now, then...
Nope, nothing.
Yeah. Tanks were terrifying.
You had to wait for a biplane to... Literally, the pilot had to lean out and drop a bomb and just, like, line of sight, try and hit it.
Yeah.
So...
He's holding the bomb and dropping it.
I think that maybe... I hope they don't make this a DLC item, but I would really like a Battlefield 1 Flight of the Red Baron sort of thing. I think that'd be super cool. That's probably a DLC because the way they're doing it is it's not one story. They're going, this mission's this story, this mission's this story, and then so like little itty bitty vignettes of stories. Like they're going to do the Harlem Hellraisers, which was a all black infantry during World War I, and then they're going to do an all women infantry, and I'm super excited for this. Here's a fun fact that you're going to like. Out of every trailer ever put on YouTube, like movie trailers, game trailers, this is now the number one most liked trailer in history.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Most liked trailer in history.
So far.
Now...
Just wait until the Flick Freaks movie trailer happens.
Yeah. Number 7.
2018.
Now we have Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. This trailer was not that great. They had a terrible, terrible rendition of Space Oddity. I hated that. And like we said, we said a couple weeks ago in our news segment that it's going to be super futuristic space battles, and it was going to come with a remastered version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now we find out that Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered you cannot buy by itself. You have to buy Infinite Warfare as well.
And you have to get like the legendary thing.
So that's $80 for Infinite Warfare and Remastered. So you're pretty much paying $20 for the remastered.
Yeah. Now, the game doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
The trailer was not excellent.
You want to know how unexcellent this trailer was?
Is it the opposite of Battlefield 1?
It is now officially the most disliked trailer in YouTube history. And
wait,
it is
it's already beaten Ghostbusters?
It is now officially the second most disliked video of all time.
Wow.
Not like just videos on YouTube. Every single video ever. This is now the second most disliked video ever, with over 2.5 million dislikes, as opposed to 350,000 likes.
I don't feel like it was that bad, but
I don't think it was that bad. And you know what? I don't think Battlefield 1 was that good.
I think it's just like, maybe there's like a bunch of like vindictive, like just people who are like, fuck Call of Duty now.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, look at this one. This is doing what we wanted Call of Duty to do.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what's happening here. But
Yeah. Besides Justin Bieber's Baby, this is now the most disliked video of all time.
Justin Bieber has a baby?
Baby, 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 oh. His song. You don't know it? You're so lucky. Okay.
I avoid him.
Good job. So, yeah, the game, it was a really long trailer, poorly cut together. Was it the worst video of all time? No.
It doesn't really showcase much of what the game's really got going for it. Because, I mean, what you know is there's an invasion.
Yeah.
It seems to be pretty simple other than that. We're fighting people who are invading us.
And what I don't get is that Infinity Ward, who made this game, they hired a bunch of the top writers from Naughty Dog, like the people who gave us Uncharted 1 all the way through The Last of Us. They didn't do Uncharted 4, they left to go work on this game.
I mean, maybe this game's got something going for it that... I'm sure this game's got a lot more going for it than the trailer implies.
Yeah, but I just think that's super interesting.
Yeah.
So, the next trailer up, number 8, is Season 4 of Orange is the New Black. This looks pretty brutal.
It looks a lot more dramatic than previous seasons have been.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still clearly funny stuff being said, but
yeah.
It looks like the ratio of funny to fucked up is sliding pretty heavily in the direction of fucked up.
Because Orange is the New Black did this, you're absolutely right. They used to do this thing where, you know, some drama series on TV had funny moments in them, and some comedies had dramatic moments in them. Orange is the New Black, for me, always walked the line where you never knew if it was a drama or a comedy.
Yeah, you didn't know which way each situation was going to go.
Yeah. This season, however, based solely on this trailer, it's pretty dramatic.
Looked like a lockdown was happening.
Yeah.
Dudes with, like, guns were rolling out, so...
Yeah, it's going to get crazy. I am pretty stoked for this. And you said you've seen seasons 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think if you would like season 1 and 2, you'll really like season 3. I thought season 3 was fantastic.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Because whenever I watched season 1 and 2, season 3 wasn't out yet.
Yeah. Now let's talk about, hands down, the most fucked up what the fuck trailer in the history of what the fucks.
This movie can't be real, can it?
I don't know if it's real or not. It's supposed to be a documentary. It said at the very beginning, HBO documentary. It's called Tickled. What it's about is this journalist who does documentaries on like the crazy side of the internet stumbles upon this video of competitive endurance tickling.
Yeah.
And he's like, this can't be real. So he sends the person in charge of it, wasn't her name Jane?
Jane O'Brien?
Jane O'Brien, yeah. And he says to her, I am a documentarian. If you would be interested, I would love to do a story on you. And instead of her just replying back, no, we're not interested in it, she sends back this very hateful, anti-gay, anti-New Zealand,
yeah,
weird,
it's
like, I would never meet with you ever kind of message back. And then he says that there's a dark underbelly into world endurance tickling competitions where
it's like it starts out looking kind of funny and then it looks like it's going really dark places and I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah. Because apparently Jane O'Brien, she promises these competitors, if you make these videos, then, you know, we'll get you a lot of money. But then she starts like telling them, no, you can't stop. If you do, I have all your bank information and I'll release these videos to the public. What would your parents think if they saw you being tickled by a bunch of men and stuff like that? And
first off, so what?
yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're sucking 100 dicks.
Yeah, you're getting tickled.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess male insecurity is a big part of many cultures, so I don't know, man. This can't be real, though, right?
I don't know if it's real or not. I know it's a real thing.
Like, I know the movie's real.
Yeah, the movie exists, but is it a documentary or a mockumentary?
God, I don't know. I'm going to have to watch it, and I'm going to have to.
If
it looks fucking crazy.
If it ever comes out on Netflix, we have to do a riff of it. Which we still need to do a riff of Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes,
We've been
do.
saying that for months. We need to do that. So, the final trailer we're going to be discussing is Assassin's Creed. We have Michael Fassbender, Marion Cotillard. Who else was in this that I saw? Assassin's Creed. We had Jeremy Irons. That's who I was saying. I was about to say Scar is in this as well.
Scar?
From Lion King.
Like, the lion is in it?
Well, Jeremy Irons was the voice of Scar.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you have Brendan Gleeson and then Michael Kenneth Williams. And it's about, Ubisoft's game Assassin's Creed, where Michael Fassbender is not playing Desmond. He's playing Callum is the name of the character. So Callum is hooked up to the Animus by Abstergo, because they even had Abstergo symbols, so we know it's them at least.
Yeah.
But the Animus is not that cool psychiatrist bed that you lay down.
No, it's like a giant crazy robot arm.
Yeah, that attaches to his back and flings him around the room.
And for some reason, they actually attached wrist blades to him.
Don't know why. That was kind of unnecessary,
I feel like if you're going to fling him around a room, you want as few blades involved as possible.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sure they all vacate the premises, but...
So the actual combat looked pretty good. One thing I absolutely hated about this trailer was the goddamn Kanye West song playing in the background. Did not fit this at all. And it was like a step above Prince of Persia, the movie,
Yeah.
It just did not look like as good as I wanted it to be. Because I think you and I and Mike were talking about this, how a lot is resting on the shoulders of this movie and Warcraft. If we want to see good cinematic movies made from video games, these two movies have to do good. And they have to be very well received.
Yeah. I'm not this one could do it, but I'm not super hopeful. Michael Fassbender is an incredible actor, so
yeah.
I mean, the fact that he signed on makes me feel better, but...
Yeah. It's directed by Justin Kurzel, who did Macbeth with Michael Fassbender last year, which was extremely, highly critically praised as, one of the best movies of the year.
Okay. Well, maybe he can do something with this.
Yeah. And they said in an interview a while back, I think they said this, don't quote me, that they were trying to be as minimalistic with the CGI as possible. But after seeing that trailer, I had to wonder if they were lying to me.
Or if they just changed directions at some point.
Yeah, because...
Well, they did say as possible, so...
Yeah.
Maybe with the route they took, this is as little as they could do.
I don't think they're really going to have Michael Fassbender jump off the top of a tower into a tiny hay bale.
Yeah, because that would kill Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
Just like it would kill literally anyone.
Yeah. Even an assassin. But
especially an assassin.
Exactly.
I'd say that's probably the highest mortality rate they have.
Was people
death
thinking
by hay bales?
Death by hay bales. They're full of needles, is what it is.
Well, that and accidentally jumping off of a roof because the parkour system is glitchy and bad. That's the other thing that's going to kill them a lot.
Yeah, really. They're trying to run up and then they do a barrel roll.
Yeah, for no apparent reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Weirdly, that has been a problem in every single one of the games, even through changes in engine.
Yeah.
Somehow they have the same problem every time.
How many Assassin's Creed games have you played? Do you know?
I've played one, but I've seen two others played.
Oh, okay. I've played 1, 2, and 3.
I played one Assassin's Creed game,
not the first
Assassin's
one.
Creed
Yeah.
one.
Do you know which one it was by chance?
That I played?
Yeah.
Black Flag.
Black Flag. Oh, I have Black Flag. I just haven't played it. It was a Xbox game of the month, so I got it for free. Just haven't played it.
It's not bad.
Okay. Everybody says, like, besides 2, it's the best one.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that because it's awesome.
Okay.
I like it.
But,
Parkour is occasionally very frustrating, though.
Yes, it is.
Especially when it's, like, mission critical, and then your guy decides he's going to just jump in a direction when you told him to do nothing.
Yeah. So
time to jump off the roof?
Yeah. Would you like to jump off the roof? All right. So I guess it's time now for the Fairbairn forecast to let you know what you can go and see in theaters this week. New in theaters, we have Money Monster, which was the newest movie that's directed, actually, by Jodie Foster. And it stars George Clooney, Julie Roberts, and Jack O'Connell. Do you remember George Clooney was playing the trailer we watched where he played like the stock market guy, and then the guy came in and held him hostage and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the movie. And then you also have The Darkness, which is not about Wesley Snipes. It's stars Kevin Bacon, Radha Mitchell, David Mazouz, and Lucy Fry. And I stole that joke from, what's his name? Dave Chappelle. So, about Wesley Snipes. It's about a group, or a family that returns from the Grand Canyon, but they brought a spirit with them.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now it has a 4.5 out of 10. So
not doing super great.
Not the best. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for the Fairbairn forecast. Do you want to play IMDb Idiots so you can win?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
There's no point winning if there's not a challenge.
All right. This was a super quick yet fun podcast. Do you have anything you want to plug right now? All Tower Media
podcast.
You guys just did the Dyer podcast.
Yeah. Not last week. That's like a week before last. Yeah. Last week we did consciousness swapping, and it was another episode where it was just ended up being like basically me and Roper. I had to do Jareth story time.
Yeah. I came up with a nickname for Allie.
What's that?
The Weasley's redheaded stepchild.
Roper did show me that.
Okay. I think that is pretty great. Because even to the Weasley, she's the redheaded stepchild. I don't know why I came up with a nickname for her, considering I met her once.
Yeah.
But you know what? When a great idea comes to you, you can't just put it in a box. So
unless you're giving it as a gift.
Yeah. God damn it. You're right. So, I dropped my papers. If you want to follow us, you can find us on YouTube, iTunes, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Vine, iFunny, Riff, Patreon, and Periscope, all at /FlickFreaks. We just posted a few Vines that I'm really proud of. Did you see the one about the motorcycles I posted?
I saw that it was posted. I haven't watched it yet, though.
I think you'll enjoy it. Unfortunately, for those of you who follow me on Vine, the bat has moved on. We had a bat sleeping here.
That's awesome.
It is super awesome.
And
it was a little tiny brown bat, and I looked up online that they sleep for 18 days.
Jesus Christ.
So I thought that I was going to have a friend for a while, but it was whenever I was house sitting that he was here for most of the time.
Oh.
So when I came back, he was only here for 5 days.
They sleep for 18 days?
18 days, yeah.
That's crazy.
He was adorable. He was like this big. He was cute as fuck. But, yep, that's going to wrap it up for the podcast. So follow us. Head over to All Tower Media. You can find them on our linked channels on our YouTube page as well as iTunes. We'll catch you guys in the next episode, which is 79.
Bye, Internet.
Till then, Godspeed.